Did you know that majority of the people who love and enjoy my content are not subscribers? By subscribing, it ensures that you never miss any more live streams, tips, or hot topics. Plus, the support that you give, it allows me to continue to keep giving you the content that you love. So if you gain any value here, be sure to subscribe right now. And let's get back to the video.
That is so crazy.
Yo, what's really good? And welcome to another show, to one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as it ties back to the money. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. So, Pete, we got some hot topics for y'all today, and I know one of the main topics that y'all are here for is Rizoma from Pop the Balloon, where she went viral from, from TikTok, from, just from some different things that she was saying. All right, we're going to get to that. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's going to help the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, link will be in the description. And I also will pin it in the comments as well. But before we get to Rizoma, I got to do my typical stuff as well. We're going to talk about some Arizona, what's going on in Arizona, latest news, and then we're going to dive right into Rizoma. All right, cool. Y'all already know how I like to do. Let's get into it, big dog.
Very latest. In a brand new Operation Safe Roads report now, if you've been driving the same car for longer than ever before, maybe time to get it checked. Arizona's home to nearly 8 million registered vehicles. That number is slightly higher than our state's population. Adam Klepp with our Operation Safe Roads team kicking off National Car Care Month at a local collision center with the best ways to keep you and your car from getting in a wreck.
This is the last place you want your car to end up, the repair shop. And simple.
Hey, yo, how many of y'all rock with Teslas? Let me know in the comments right now. How many of y'all rock with Teslas? Would you buy a Tesla?
Can be the difference from ending up in here and still being out on the road.
The Scottsdale Collision Center stays pretty busy.
At all times, we're working on about 20 cars. 90% of them is cars that have been in a collision.
Owner Oscar Granado's lot is scattered with cars which are a little worse for wear.
A lost cover up here, lost a bezel down here.
He says they're a cautionary tale, believing many of the wrecks on the roads could have been avoided if drivers properly maintained their vehicles.
If you slam on your brakes and your tires are not new or operable, then your car's going to take longer to stop. And that's the difference between you stopping safely and you ended up at one of my shops.
What are the tests you can do at home to check your own?
So now that shit kind of makes sense why we be having all these damn wrecks in Arizona too. Because boy, I swear to God, I kid you not, I have never seen so many wrecks in my life in one day.
Tires is the quarter test. So you're going to put the quarter in upside down and on the tread. If you can't see the top of George Washington's head, your tire is good.
Ladies, y'all better pay attention. This is some good lessons for y'all for when y'all like to drive with y'all tires looking smooth as shit. Hey, this is something to pay attention to so you know when to get new tires on your shit.
Good, but if you can still see the top of his head, you might want to consider getting your tires replaced.
Many auto repair shops also offer free tire and brake inspections. Granado says if you see, hear, or feel something wrong, get it checked, even if that means he gets less business.
I want to make sure that you're driving in a safe car. So when I'm driving around with my family, you don't hit me because of your negligence of taking care of your vehicle. And I think that's more important than getting business through the door.
Granado says he hasn't yet seen an increase in price of parts due to tariffs hitting the auto industry, but he says if prices go up for parts or new cars, it's just another reason to take care of what you drive now. Reporting for Operation Safe Roads, I'm Adam Klepp.
A heads up for high school students, today is the deadline to complete your FAFSA forms to be eligible for the Arizona Promise program. The initiative pays for tuition and fees at ASU, U of A, or at AU for college-bound students from low-income families. We do have resources for completing the FAFSA available right now on ABC 15.
Listen, I'm gonna say this for those people who like to be educated, who want to be enrolled in school. be sure to go to college to get you a degree in something that you know that's going to help you and be able to help you pay your student loans back. Because if you're getting this FAFSA, I'm telling you now, you might as well go ahead and tap in 20 years of your life, because you're going to be paying them student loans back. President Biden ain't here to give y'all some leeway. None of that. So if you're gonna get a FAFSA, if you're gonna go get back enrolled, make sure it's in a degree where you're gonna make some good money. Not basket weaving degrees. Just letting you know.
.com. And hey, Smart Shoppers, egg prices, they do remain high. And although we've seen some drops in wholesale prices at the grocery store remain around that $6 mark. But don't expect prices to crack ahead of Easter and Passover due to the high demand.
We're expecting that prices will go back up again. Easter is our highest consumption period of the entire year.
Eggs. God damn.
So what can you do to save? Our Smart Shopper team has a tool you can use, tracking changes in grocery prices across the valley, comparing those staples like milk, bread, beef, and eggs too. It's updated on Wednesday, so make sure you check your price tracker before you leave the house with that list. You can find those resources online at abc15.com/smartshopper. Now, today's Arizona Gives Day, the annual day of giving, has generated more than $47 million for Arizona nonprofits over the past decade and raised more than $5 million in the last year. If you'd like to donate, you can do so on azgives.org.
Quick question for my Arizona people. Would y'all be interested in joining a nonprofit for bicycles? A nonprofit, meaning starting a club for bicycle riders all across the valley. Would y'all be interested in that? If me and a couple of friends were to start that, would y'all tap into that? Because I think it'd be dope. It'd be great for networking, great for community, and it'd be great for, you know what I'm saying, just health overall. What do y'all think about that?
With your most accurate forecast on this April Fool's Day, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres, and we're forecasting a cool start to the month of April and a windy start, too, across much of the state. Here in the valley, temperatures starting off in the mid-60s at 8 o'clock in the morning, lower 70s at midday with the breezes picking up and turning gusty in the afternoon with highs only in the mid-70s. Peak gusts in the metro anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour this afternoon. In the high country, especially as you head toward the Wide Mountains, which will be even stronger with gusts around 45 to 55. Even some isolated and localized 60-mile-per-hour gusts cannot be ruled out. Highs up north in the 40s for Flagstaff and the South Rim, along with the 50s there in Heber and Show Low, and 60s and 70s elsewhere across central and southern parts of the state. That 7-day forecast showing temperatures dropping here in the valley tomorrow, with highs in the upper 60s and lows around 50. In the high country, we have those rain and snow chances for the next several days, with highs staying in the 30s and 40s throughout at least.
That's pretty decent. We're going to move on to the next topic with the Arizona business.
Sarah and Michael, there are around 100 businesses that are here inside Mesa's Asian District on Dobson Road on the city's west side. And business owners from places that really specialize in toys to Chinese restaurants, all keeping a very close eye on these tariffs that kicked in today. It's not as busy of a Saturday night as it usually is at Mekong Palace in Mesa.
We've been slowed down a lot.
Wong has been the manager of this Chinese restaurant for a decade. He says business started to go down towards the end of last year, but he worries these new tariffs.
They thought Trump was playing with them. China better get it together.
Struggles to a whole new level.
Don't know yet, but I'm going to expect very slow for everybody.
Wong is expecting prices for many of the cooking ingredients and equipment the restaurant gets through suppliers direct from China to rise substantially and soon. President Donald Trump raised tariffs against the country to 145%, arguing that tariffs will boost U.S. manufacturing and protect jobs. That's after China signaled it would levy its own tariffs on the U.S., hitting back strong, now at 125%.
We have a lot of countries, not just China. And whatever it is, I think we're in a very good position. We're doing well. We have a lot of things happening. A lot of new companies are coming on board because of the tariffs and because of the November 5th election.
The two countries now in an escalating trade war. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly firing back at the latest round of tariffs in a post on X.
Hey, folks, hard to put the shit back in the donkey, but let me tell you where I think we can start. We can cancel these tariffs, have real trade negotiations with our allies and our adversaries.
Wong says he hopes President Trump can solve.
Why would you do that? We are the ones that subsidizing China. We're subsidizing all of these other countries. Why? The only thing China is doing is hurting themselves trying to go against us. Because I'm telling you,
this as soon as possible.
I'm telling you.
As he knows the restaurant's worst case scenario may not be too far off.
Is a time.
It's because of America. It's because of America in itself is the reason China is where they are right now.
That bad, we probably have to cut the hour off, lay off the people, something like that. Do something, try to stay alive.
As for how long these newly imposed tariffs could last or how high they could possibly continue to go, that's really anybody's best guess at this point. For now, reporting live in Mesa, Zach Perletsky for Arizona's Family.
Well, that's the goody good. That is the goody good. Shout out to Trump. Listen. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, for the people who like my type of content. Also, if you want to support the channel, be sure to click the link in the description. And like I said, I'll pin it in the comments as well. So the moment y'all been waiting for, the viral moment. I like to call her Miss Day-to-Day Speak. You know what I'm saying? She gonna kill me when she get on here though. But we gotta go ahead and get into it. Miss Rizoma, we're gonna bring her up and we're gonna talk about not only what happened on Pop the Balloon, but we're also gonna figure out what she's doing. How Pop the Balloon has helped her in her ventures and what she's doing now. So without further ado, let's bring up Miss Rizoma. What's good? How are you?
I'm doing good. You're right. I am ready to fight you.
Look, I had to do it one time.
It's okay. I actually think it's hilarious. And I even have something planned for that in the works, so we're good.
Oh well, hold up. Well, what you had planned for it? Talk to me. What you had planned for that?
Well, so here's the thing. Like I like to do things patiently and everything, and I'm trying to incorporate family into certain things. And so I have a t-shirt business that's getting started. Okay. And that will kind of be like all over the t-shirts. It's not only going to be in different languages and stuff like that, but there'll be different prints and everything as well. So stay tuned for that come the end of the year.
That's dope. So what I want to do, I want to go ahead and play this small clip just to give everybody a refresher, just in case they don't remember.
Oh, please do.
Give them the content, and then we'll get into it. All right?
Yes, let's watch it.
Let's do it. Oh man, hold up. Let me put it back good. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Now we talking.
I appreciate the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, you tough.
Okay. All right. So we got 3 ladies.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. How tall are you, Rizoma?
I'm 4'8", so I'm legally a midget.
Yeah. Dang. All right, I got you.
Yeah, I was the shortest one in the room, so.
Yo, Peep, so you see her right here too. She was on the show with us this past weekend.
Oh yes, I love Rhea. She's great.
Yeah, she was on the show too. That's dope.
She's amazing.
Thank you. I'm gonna hand this over to you. Just be careful with the briefcase and the mic.
Okay.
All right.
Why you pop yours?
See, why do you even gotta look at me?
Well.
I watch that video all the time and I just laugh about it.
So before I ask the question, I want to ask, what made you go on to Pop the Balloon in the first place? What made you want to go on there?
So that's the thing. I never even heard about it before I got a call from I guess one of the people who helped with the show.
Okay.
She called me randomly and she was just like, "Hey, like, I think you'd be a great add-on. Like, do you want to try something new, try something different?" And I was just like, sure, like, why not? It was probably only like the 3rd episode. I think they had like 1 viral clip before. And so I was personally just going on the show, not only for the experience, but to see if I could find a man. Like, okay. You know, like personally, I can't do the dating apps. I can't do like hitting people up in the DMs and stuff like that. Like, you have to catch me in person. So I'm like, why not try out a dating show? It sounds interesting, so why not? And that's why I went on it. I literally got the call the same day of I went.
That's fair. That's fair. So yeah. I gotta ask though, during that entire process, were you nervous though? Because I know a lot of people everybody get caught up in these viral moments, but also it comes with, I know, got the cameras on you. You know, a lot of these people ask questions. They don't know what questions to ask, or they got everything lined up. And it's like, okay, I'm here. I don't know what the fuck to say at this point now. So how was it for you when you were actually on there?
I'm not going to say I was nervous. I think I was more so anxious. Like I don't want to sound rude, but like, it was kind of like it's not even like I want to get it over with. It's more so like I knew what I was looking for and I knew what I wanted. So for me, it was like, this is going to be a like in and out process. Like it wasn't going to be anything that took, I guess you could say, longer than like an hour, 2 hours, but I was wrong. So.
Okay, that's fair. So now, because I know a lot of people look for the clickbait. A lot of people look for the soundbite. When you were talking to him the way that you talked to him, right? Did you expect to go viral when you was going in on him? Did you expect?
So believe it or not, no. So and I actually get that question a lot. People always ask me like, oh, was it fake? Was it scripted? No, that was really me. Okay. And I actually thought I was being nice when I said those things because and I know that sounds crazy, but because people don't know me, like people don't understand, like I've laughed in men's faces before. I've like, I don't know. Damn. It's just certain things, it's just certain things that men do that I just kind of find hilarious, but women too. I feel like it's both genders. So I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's just a bitch, this or that. Like, no, in all reality, like whatever you present to me is what I'm going to take in. And whatever reaction you get out of that is based off of what you present. It has nothing to do with me being a bitch. So.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. So I want to ask you this though. So when you found out that you went viral, what started to go through your head? What started going through?
I think the first thing that went through my head was, oh, like this is pretty cool because because again, I wasn't expecting to go viral, like at least not with him or just in general. Like I think overall it was just like this is really surreal. Like I feel like there were so many other viral moments that could have happened, but no, it was me. And I was just like, oh, like this is kind of cool. And then maybe I thought it was only gonna get like a couple thousand, maybe, nothing crazy. No, it got in the mills. And I was like, oh, I'm like,
you didn't know what to do with yourself. Like, oh, shit, I'm famous now, goddamn.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was just like, so like, this is how fast this happens. Because I had never went viral before. And I've always heard stories or people with businesses or like other people who were like, I guess, TikTok famous or whatever. And they would tell me like, yeah, it just kind of happened. I'm like, okay. And now I get it. Like, yeah, no, it kind of happened. Like, I didn't post it. It was everyone else posting it for me. I think I posted it on one site. It was either TikTok or it was Facebook, one of those. And after that, like I didn't post it. I didn't feel the need to because everyone was posting it for me. Like I even had Kai Connect do a reaction video to it. And I was like, okay, so what do I need to post it for when everyone else is posting?
Yeah. No, I feel that. So I do want to ask you, so what, after going viral, right? What was either the funniest or the wildest reaction that you've gotten since you've gone viral?
I think the funniest reaction was people coming up to me in person telling me that they felt rejected too. And maybe
so you had people literally coming to you in person?
Yeah. So like after I went viral, like I couldn't really go out or do anything without people coming up to me, which I guess is normal. Yeah. But like even like when I went to like my regular gym, like just my EOS Fitness gym, I had a couple people come up to me like, I can't believe you're here. And I'm like, well, why would I not be here? Like I'm not a celebrity. I went viral one time. Like I'm a normal person.
Yeah.
And like even when I went to 11/11, like probably like a month or two after that, I had a couple people see me on the dance floor by myself, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. I even had someone take a whole video recording of me, like randomly while they were sitting down and like made a whole video about that. I don't know if they went on a podcast or something, but they talked about it, how they saw me and took a whole video of me and posted it. And I was like, oh, Didn't even know, but look at that. I think I had like maybe 3-4 people tag me in it. So yeah.
Oh shit. Damn. So nobody's never approached you on nothing disrespectful, anything like that.
No, there was only one person actually, and she was drunk. I was in Texas, and I was not only there for networking, but I was also celebrating my cousin's birthday. And this was last year, actually. Around this time, it was at the beginning of April of last year. I was in line for the club. I was a little tipsy. It was my cousin's birthday, and this girl came up and recognized me. She goes, "You're that bitch from Pop the Balloon." I said, and I turned around. I said, "I am." I was like, can I help you? Like, what happened? Like, you want to tell me how you felt about it? She told me how she felt about it. We talked about it. And then we ended up hugging at the end. So no harm done.
That's the fact. I feel that. Did you feel any pressure or trying to keep the momentum up once you went viral that first time? Where you was like, you know what? I want to keep this going. I want to make sure I continue to remain relevant, remain viral, whatever the case may be.
No. And there was 2 reasons why. The first reason why was because how you were asking me before, like what was the most like negative or I guess unhinged or whatever. The most funniest was when just people coming up to me telling me that they felt rejected too, which I probably shouldn't find funny because clearly they felt some type of way, but I just found it interesting because I wasn't talking to them.
Yeah.
But I guess the situation like around the whole thing at hand, it makes sense. But I think the most unhinged thing was the fact that I felt as though so many people were upset with me at the fact that I wasn't willing to date him.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a lot of people in my comments basically saying like, "Oh, you should have given him a chance. You should have did this." I mean, I don't really date off potential. Like it sounds good, but I go again based off of what's presented to me. So like, for me, it was just different. And even to this day, I still have people in my inbox talking to me about it. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know what else to tell you besides I saw what I didn't like. I told him what I didn't like. He didn't like what I had to say or didn't really like, hearing it and went on a tangent. And here we are. Like there's nothing more to say about it.
Yeah, fair enough. I saw you guys went on the I didn't get a chance to watch the full the reunion after that. How did that go? How was that?
That was really weird. Because I didn't understand what was happening. And I say that because when I went on the reunion, there was no bad blood or anything. Like, understand, like, me and Humble had a whole conversation after the very first episode. So, like, if he felt some type of way, if he was hurt, whatever the case may be, we already had that conversation.
Yeah.
And so when I go back to reunion and I see him and everything is like that, it's like, okay, like you're not wearing a trucker hat no more. You actually put on a suit. You look good. You actually, whatever outfit you had on before I didn't like, whatever outfit you had on today, love it. Goes with the briefcase. Everything matches. It makes sense. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Give him a hug, everything. And then we get on set and it's now cameras are rolling and it's a whole different ball game. And I was just like, oh. I'm like, everything was perfectly fine just a minute ago and we were offset. And even when I was telling my piece, I'm like, I was like, I feel like he deserves someone that actually liked him. I didn't. Okay. I'm like, I didn't want to sit at a table with him and either be disgusted by what he was saying or annoyed by him or anything like that. I'm like, he doesn't deserve that, right? I feel like anyone would agree with that. Right. Even within that, people were like, yeah, no, she doubled down. And I was like, how did I double down when I said he deserves someone that respects him and likes him as a person? I didn't like him as a person.
That's fair.
That's what it was. And I'm not going to apologize for that.
So I got two. So there's 2 questions in the comments right now. We got one from Tiny Becca who asked, what exactly did he do for her to respond to him like that? He wasn't rude.
So again, he asked me a question and I gave him my honest answer. He reminded me and sounded like my little brother. And to me, if I say that too, that means to me, I feel like you just probably still have some growing up to do, which is fine. And then when I talked about the fake briefcase, I told people before, fake briefcase is someone who's trying to play a role. There's nothing in the briefcase. Yeah. There is even a video clip of him lifting up the briefcase and it was flapping in the wind. And you can see that there was nothing in there. So again, like that's why I tell people I was confused by the briefcase and the outfit that he had on in the first place, because The dating show literally says like, come how you want to be represented or how you want to be looked at, etc. Which is why people dress a certain way. And so when he showed up like that, I'm like, the joggers, the sneakers, the sweater vest, and a trucker hat with a briefcase, that doesn't make sense.
Also, he had on joggers.
Yes, he had joggers. Those were not dress pants. Those were joggers.
See, the other thing that you can't really see from just the camera view. And see, I thought those were just like some slacks or something that he had on.
No, those were literally like joggers or like some type of workout pants. And then he had sneakers on with the sweater vest with the trucker hat. And so for me, if someone's going to come on with a briefcase, it's like, okay, you're going to be handling business. I'm thinking maybe like a suit or even some nice slacks in a polo, collarless shirt. That's fine. But when you brought the briefcase on, it was just really confusing. And so I felt as though he was trying to play a role. And then as he continued, he came on very articulate. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pop my balloon right away. But then it's like he started switching up. It went from being super articulate to, okay, well, now my hood's coming out, which is fine. You can be whoever you want to be, act however you want to act.
Right.
But that's not me. That's just not what I like. No offense, but that's not what I like. And that's okay. It's just my preference. And so when he's like, oh, your tits are sitting up, right? Or even the way he was talking to other women, I was like, I'm good. Which is like he made that comment. I said,
that's fair. Mm-hmm. So speak on it. What the fam says. What does I don't date off potential mean? Can she explain that in more depth?
Okay, so for instance, a lot of people were saying because, he had a bachelor's degree, he was educated, that I should have given him a chance because me accusing him of not having a higher vocabulary due to him saying you feel me after every sentence could have been wrong. And they're right, it could have been wrong, but it's the simple fact of I went on a dating show and I only get a certain amount of time to see these people or like talk to them, ask questions, whatever. And so if I only get 5 to 30 minutes to be able to, I guess, navigate and figure out if I want to go on a date with this person or not, I feel like to me, that's enough time to kind of be like, okay, I'm not really with it. And I even told people before, like, even if it was just nerves, like people get nervous for dates, people get nervous for business meetings, people get nervous for a lot of things.
Right.
I don't ever want to be put in a position where if I'm with him or whoever, it doesn't even have to be him. It could just be anyone who says it.
Right.
And now we're in a situation, maybe we're at a business event of mine. Maybe we're doing this, maybe we're doing that. And they're having a conversation with him and it's a, you feel me? And now I have people looking at him a certain way. I just don't want to deal with it. Again, you deserve someone who likes that, respects that, adores you for that. That's not me. Nor is it the people that I'm around. And I'm not going to apologize for that. It's just our preference.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So since all of that has happened, how has that, since the video blew up, how has your mindset changed on the after fact?
I don't think necessarily my mindset has changed. I think it's more so I've just learned some lessons.
Okay.
And it was more so of, okay, so not necessarily think before I speak, but more so explain myself better. Because that's what I was saying before. Like when I mentioned the higher vocabulary, it wasn't the fact of how he was speaking and everything. It just sounded like maybe he would be hood all the time or maybe he wasn't educated. I didn't mean it like that. Again, it was I don't want to have to hear you feel me after every sentence, which is fine. And then when I talked about well, you sound like my little brother. Again, like I have conversations with my little brother. I have conversations with his friends. When they talk a certain way, act a certain way, to me, it's immature. And so when I have someone trying to go on a date with me or trying to talk to me, if you talk like that, I'm going to automatically put you in a younger category. And maybe that's wrong of me, but it's just, no offense. I feel like a lot of the younger generation are trying too hard to be older. And then on top of it too, it's like, again, I'm not trying to be that person, but like when everyone wants to act ghetto or be ghetto or hood or whatever the case may be, like, I don't really like that. So it's kind of like when I have little kids acting that way and then I talk to a grown man, it doesn't correlate with me.
I feel that. So before going viral, what was your content message? Just to the word, like what were you passionate about before all of this even transpired?
Honestly, just being free. Like I love experiencing different things and just life in general. So I started traveling probably a little bit before that. Okay. I started getting more into like business ventures and things like that. I was doing a lot. Honestly, I was modeling. I tried doing runway, but I feel like that's always a bust for me because I'm legally a midget. Like, I feel like every audition I go to, they say the same thing. Oh, you're just too short. Like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do?
You can create your own. You saw the BBWs doing it now. Shoot, you can create your own lane.
I mean, shoot, if I have to, I may just hit up all the short girls.
Create your own lane. Hey, listen, man, we out here too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got it. So speaking of
men, love it.
Yeah, exactly, right? So speaking of, ventures, modeling, different things like that, I want to kind of pivot a little bit. I want to ask you about what is your brand and what do you stand for as Rizoma? Like, who is Rizoma?
That's the thing. So I always tell people like Rizoma is anything because I don't like putting myself in a box.
Okay.
I feel like as models, a lot of people look at a model and think, okay, well, she's an object or he's an object and they're here to make our brand look a certain way. We're not here to make them look a certain way. Like, do they look good? Sure. But, again, they use them. And so I don't ever want to be put in a situation where I'm looked at like an object. And I want to be treated a certain way and everything like that. So for me, I tell people Rizoma is anything and everything you could think of. Because I do a lot. I mean, I'm in the perfume world. I'm in the beauty industry. I like motocross. I like cars. I work on cars. I work on bikes. I also have OCD. Like, I like the modeling. I hang out with rappers, hang out with singers. Like, I'm a little bit of just kind of everything. Like, I don't like sitting in just, again, one spot or putting myself in a box. So Rizoma is anything and everything you could think of, honestly.
So you say you're into motocross, so what, dirt bikes and all of that?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sponsored by this water company. They're called Icebreakers. And at first they started off as just water, but I really want them to change their logo when it comes to that because they're not just water anymore. And this is one of the reasons why I love working with them because just how I say Rizoma is anything and everything you can think of, so is Icebreakers. Yes, are they a water company? But at the end of the day, they have a whole camera crew. They like record shows, movies. Okay. They go to big events. They work with motocross people. They go to the shows for like the dune buggies. They go to the sand dunes and do stuff. Like they're always at even like charity events. They go to all types of stuff. Like they're just amazing. They're an amazing company, honestly.
That's dope. So that's one thing that I see that you already got in the work. So what's something else that you are working on now that you're excited about?
So I mentioned the t-shirt business at the beginning, but my main focus right now is honestly just my perfume. I saw that comment. Where can I find it?
Yeah, I'll bring it back up. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
You're good. But my number one thing I'm working on right now is actually my perfume.
Okay.
It's called Roma. It has all natural ingredients in it. I use flowers, a couple oils, and some distilled water. Mm-hmm. And my audience right now is actually anyone that has a flower allergy, anyone that has allergies towards perfume because there's no alcohol in it or really, how can I put it, like syrups or anything like that to add the scent to make them act up. Yep. Nurses, CNNs, RNs, you can wear this and it won't affect anybody. And that's why we love it. It took me a year to get this exactly where I wanted it. And ever since then, like, this has been it. And a lot of people love it. I took it to a business event recently. I had all the women and the men try it. It's unisex. That's another reason why I love it.
I was just going to ask that too.
Definitely unisex. It's very fresh. It's very clean. Those are the notes. It has a little bit of peony in it. And then there's a hint of vanilla as well. So it's very nice.
No, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. I'm gonna have to try that, man, because you know what I'm saying. I need me a plethora of perfumes and all that. I like smelling good.
There you go.
No matter what I'm doing, working out, sitting in the house. I even throw on cologne before I get on my live stream. So listen.
Exactly. I put this on before I go to the gym. I put this on before.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm actually leaving the house. I'm like, man, you know what? Let me spray some of this on. If you feel good, you know what I'm saying, you do good. That's how I look at it.
Exactly. Smell good, look good, feel good. We love it.
All right. So let me pull up let me pull this up real quick. What you said, Vince Rosson says, where can I find this water? And I just posted in the comments too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So you can actually go on my page. They're tagged in a couple of my posts, but if not, you can just go on Instagram, Facebook, and also I believe TikTok, and you can look up Icebreaker Waters and they will pop up. I can actually pull up the account right now because I want everyone to see.
Hey, if you want them to go to that link too, just send that to me and I'll put it in the description as well. So that way they can go check it out, check everything out.
Heck, so they're a great company, like I said.
I believe it. I believe it. So my final question to you is this: if you can control the narrative from here on out,
let me see.
Yeah, I can't see. It's kind of bright.
I'll just send it to you.
All right, cool.
Okay.
See, Jasmine Ramsey says her perfume smells amazing. Well, I gotta try it out then. I'll take your word for it, Jasmine.
Yep, that's my girl Jayas. She smelt it. And that's the other thing too. Anyone that has sensitive skin, so anyone with eczema, anyone like for any of that, it's not going to leave any red bumps on you because the oil's in it. It will actually moisturize your skin. So it's really nice.
Oh, that's
I love my perfume. It's amazing. Like I said, it took me a year to get it right.
All right, so let me post that. Let me post that link in comments right now for Icebreakers.
Yes, please do.
Let me post it really quick. And while I do that, my final question to you is: if you could control the narrative from here on out, what's the story you want to tell?
Oh, that's actually a really good one. What story do I want to tell? I guess it's not necessarily a story. I guess it's more so like a quote, like just try me. Like for me, it's one of those things where you saw a viral clip, you have this idea of me, well, get to know me. And I know I haven't been on social media and stuff like that for over a year. There's a reason for that too. I had a couple people ask me if I had people bullying me offline, and no, that's definitely not the case. So I think that'd be the story. It's just get to know me. Just try me. Like, let's see how it goes. That would be the story.
Try Jesus, don't try me.
Pretty much, because I mean, at the end of the day, anything negative is only going to push me more to keep going. But at the same time, too, it's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
That's true. That's true. I got a bonus question though, because it's kind of what we talked about before I brought you on. What do you think about the idea of bad publicity is good publicity as well?
I don't believe that. And I say that for the simple fact of, how can I put it? Basically, after the whole viral clip went, I had some negative thoughts on it because I felt like I had some people tell me that they were upset with what I said, but then I also had other people tell me I was trying to degrade a Black man and all this other stuff. And so it was all types of stuff. But at the end of the day, how can I put it? Ask me the question again. I want to make sure I put it the right way.
So based off of our conversation that we had previously, right?
Yeah, the bad publicity.
Yeah, the phrase goes like this, all publicity is good publicity, even if it's bad publicity.
Right.
What do you think about that? Yeah.
I don't agree with that. And it's because after the whole clip and everything, I had negative views on it, but it was also due to I had a couple businesses that wanted to work with me and everything, friends businesses, and then also non-friend businesses. And I basically would tell them no. And I told them no because the first couple that I did work with, people literally destroyed their business, or tried to anyway. And that's what I didn't like. It was like people messaging them like, well, why are you working with her and things like that? Or even if it had nothing to do with me, just going on the page and talking a lot of crap about the business.
Right.
And the business wasn't bad. It was just the simple fact that they worked with me. And so not only did I have to protect businesses, but I also had to protect my friends too. Like my friends would repost me or post me in general, and I wouldn't repost it for the simple fact of when I did before, I had people again going into my friends' DMs and being just completely rude. And for me, you could talk crap about me all day. You could be in my comments. You could be in my DMs. I even have people who go on my perfume page and send me negative comments and emails and things like that. That's fine. But the moment it gets to my friends, the moment it gets to family, the moment it gets to other people's businesses, especially if they're smaller and trying to grow, that's where I stop it. And so that's why I say when they're like, oh, you know, bad publicity is still good. It's not. No matter how you see it, it's not. It's really not, because I even had shows try and work with me that I personally would never go on or want to work with. And, you know, it sound good, but a couple thousand is not worth it. Like, I've turned down at least 8 to 10K for one show, or even more than that, and I just don't care for it. I just don't care.
Yeah, I know. I get that, because sometimes it just you stand on principle for the most part, and a lot of times, no matter how much money you throw at me, just like, nah, it doesn't align with me. So I definitely understand that, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I don't agree, but other people might. Maybe I just didn't use the bad publicity the correct way, but it was my first time going viral. I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's the first time for everything. But now you know how. But now you know how it feels. Like, all right, now I want to do it the other way. I want to go viral for my perfume now. You feel me?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I even tell people, like, ever since I went viral, like, you can use me, but just use me correctly. Like, if we're both gonna get some positivity out of it, then I don't see why not. But I've had people hit me up to do some crazy stuff. Like, even the 20 versus 1, I think it's like located in Europe or something like that. They hit me up to be on that show. Yeah. And at first I was like questioning it, just because me personally, I have really bad trust issues. I don't want to fly out to a whole other country and like be in a hotel and everything that I don't know where I'm at. Like, right. But the second time too, I was like, do I really want to go on here and be either one of the 20 females that are going to get like berated, or am I going to be the female who's going to sit there and berate? And I was like, either way, it doesn't really sound like a good idea. Mm-hmm. So I did respond back and told them yes, but then I definitely changed my mind. I was like, no, never mind.
Were they going to pay you for that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. And at that point, I just really didn't care, because again, I understand everyone has a price, but to me, it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't.
I feel that. Yeah, you got to go with that gut feeling. It's like, nah, I ain't working. Nah, this ain't for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't know if other people know this, but like, when people go viral, there are vultures out there just waiting for it to happen. Like, I think when I went viral, I had so many people calling me. It was crazy. I even had others assume some crazy stuff, even when it came to money, and I was just like, I don't know what to tell you on that. Like,
people come up with the most random things about you when you go viral. It's like, bro, where do you even get this information from? Nothing about me says like, that. I didn't tweet it, I didn't write it, I didn't post anything like it, but somehow you got this information. It's wild.
I even had someone try and make like a fake OnlyFans account, and I was like, I don't even know how that's gonna work. I'm like, you're gonna use my photo as a profile picture and my name, but they're gonna see that you're a completely different person when they open and pay for these photos or videos or whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
So I've had situations like that too, and like I just had people report it and call it a day. But I've had a couple people use my message or my pictures and stuff for crazy things.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I even felt bad, because I think on the reunion, Humble mentioned, like, apparently I was messaging him. I was like, no one ever messaged you. I messaged him one time congratulating him when we went viral.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever talked again after that. And like my TikTok got banned maybe like 3-4 times. So he mentioned I was messaging him on TikTok. I was like, it must have been somebody else with another fake profile.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I've had a couple people make fake profiles. So I don't know if when he said that, he was talking about maybe someone made a fake profile again and was messaging him, maybe trying to make him feel some type of way.
Right.
But I have no idea. So I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. That's pretty wild. But look, Rizoma, I appreciate you for taking the time for tapping in with your boy and doing this with me. I greatly appreciate this. And tell the people, for those of them who don't know, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, because I still don't know if my TikTok is banned or not yet. I have 50-50 people telling me it is, people tell me it's not, but same thing, Rizoma Royal. You'll see my profile picture. It's the same as my Instagram photo. And yeah, you can find me that way. You know, you can message me, ask me any questions you want. I usually respond. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, but I have to go through all my comments and messages again recently and respond to all those. So you'll definitely get a message from me sooner or later.
Yeah, she busy, man. She be getting to the bag because, you know what I'm saying, she take a minute to respond to me.
Yeah, listen, I my job, I work 12 to 14-hour shifts, and then I also handle my business, and I have my god kids, I have my own family, so it's one of those things.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I also don't trip. If for those of y'all who didn't know where to find her, I also pinned her Instagram in the descriptions as well, so you can find her.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah. So we're good on that. Make y'all life a little bit easier. So don't even trip on that.
Yes,
but
thank
again,
you so much for allowing me on the show and everything. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely, for sure. You know, because like you said, you on a podcast tour right now. So I definitely want to be one of the ones you jump on. So it's pretty dope.
You know, if anyone else wants your podcast.
But here's the thing though. You know, want to know what's funny though? You're the first actual guest I had on my show.
I am honored, sir.
The first actual interview, and I'm supposed to have another Pop the Balloon person to come on maybe next week. So we should see how that is. It's pretty fun. It's something different that I'm trying out, but yeah, this was dope. I rock with it.
Well, I'm very, very proud of you. I'm very, very happy for you, and I hope this podcast is exactly what you're hoping for it to be.
Absolutely, I appreciate you. And you're going to be on Cut the Noise podcast too, aren't you? You already talked to John, right?
Yes, I did talk to Mr. No Cap.
So therefore, you're gonna see, you'll be able to see me in person because we're gonna be at that one too. So it's gonna be
fun. You're gonna be on that with me?
Yeah, because that's our show now, you know, because it's Cut the Noise. That's our show. That's us. You feel me?
Look at us. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Well, I'll bring the perfume then so you can actually smell it.
Yeah, definitely do that, because I was just gonna say, please bring that.
I got you.
All good then. And so until that time when we see each other again, I hope everything is prosperous with you and you continue to keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, and bye. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye, everybody. Mwah.
Man, shout out to Rizoma, dog. Shout out. Listen, go, like I said before, her link to her Instagram is in the description as well. And I also pinned the link in the comments for her perfume, so go check that out also. And look, man, we're going to continue on with the show. I appreciate, for those of you who never been in here, and for those of you who have been in here, make sure you like the live. Make sure you share this with other individuals as well. And also just subscribe if you want to subscribe. So I want to go ahead and move on and pivot to our next topic. I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but Wallow is going viral because he said he's not working with Black businesses. And so you already know I got to see what that shit's about. So let's see what he's talking about. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm as well. If you want to support the channel, the link will be in the description, and the link is also right here scrolling across the page. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material on your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support.
Jasmine says, hold on, before we go back to it, Jasmine says, congrats on many first. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I appreciate you. She also says, I can't wait to go back on No Cat Reacts. Yeah, it's going to be dope. But see, though, look, it's going to be Cut the Noise podcast. Well, I mean, John still got his personal one. He still got his personal that he does. But all three of us, me, John, and Marcus, you know, we are Cut the Noise podcast, so you can jump on there as well. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be fun. But let's get back to the video. I'm gonna start it over for those of y'all who might have missed what he said.
Us. Oh, I'm black. Oh, black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle.
So let me pin the question for y'all. Do you believe that black people should buy from black people simply because that they're black. Matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. Let me put this in the chat right now. I just pinned it. And I'll pin it up. There we go.
For me, because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material on your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Well, fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them millions where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, London, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the #1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
LeBron still.
So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Do you agree with Wallow and what he says that, nah, I don't agree that you should purchase from black businesses just simply because that they're black? I always been of the sentiment of, no, I'm not going to buy from you simply because you're black. I'm not. Do some black people make dope products? Absolutely. 1000%. But it's for one, it's the audacity of a motherfucker. That's one. And for two, it's the entitlement. You think that I need to buy from you simply because you're black and I'm black? Yeah, brother, go ahead and buy for me. Nah, I'm not. If your shit is trash, if you believe if you're not consistent on your shit, I don't even like the fact that when I'm doing business with black people and they ain't even on time. That irks the fuck out of me. You should treat every business, no matter what color, what race is, because I guarantee if it was the white man, you will be on time. You'll be doing everything to perfection. But because it's your own brother, you don't even give them the respect in itself to make sure that you on your A game. But you want to be on your A game for the white man. When it comes to our own people, you half-ass shit. Motherfuckers want to ask for discounts. You don't want to package your shit properly. You all messy. You got the nerve to get an attitude because I told you I wanted more sauce on my food. You want to get attitude for it. You're not welcoming when I come into your business. You already got attitude. Yeah, can I help you? What do you need? Like, no, bitch, I want to see you smile. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the store. How can I help you? I need to see some enthusiasm. You getting my money. You're taking my money. So therefore, you need to make me feel comfortable. When I come in, you need to treat me like I'm royal when I walk in this bitch. Because often I'm thinking about spending money in your place. And so therefore, I think our black people, as a collective, I know there are some that are legit, there are solid, right? Don't get me wrong. But then there are a ton who are shitty. They half-ass their work. They got sloppy ass workers. They're never on time. They always getting their attitude. We've seen videos of motherfuckers fighting you. You've seen videos. I'll give you an example. There was this video that I saw. Black-owned business. A black-owned business. Right? And this is how I know all black people don't care for our black people. This man started a legit restaurant. I'm talking upscale for black people to come in, have a great time, enjoy their high value meals. And then you had ratchets come in there and fuck it up. Jumping on couches, twerking, putting their hands on the windows, just being obnoxious. And then y'all get the nerve. And then when this black man said, look, you are in my establishment. as a black people, you should want to be on your best behavior. You should want to bring your A game. You should want to be on your best behavior when it comes to a black business, because a lot of y'all already talk about, well, it ain't enough black businesses. What about the white man who's holding us down? Which he's not, by the way. He's holding us down. Nah, y'all be holding y'all own fucking self down. It be the black people that be fucking other black people shit up. It be your own people. What about the riots? The riots be fucking up the locals' businesses, the local black people who, who spent all their hard-earned money, who took out a second mortgage to make sure that they keep their business afloat. But instead, y'all want to go fuck that shit up because you were mad at another president, because a white president got put into the office. But y'all want to go protest. Yeah, all right. You can miss me with that shit. That's what you can do. So no, I agree with Wallow 1000%. I'm not going to buy from your business just because you're black. Absolutely not. Now, if the product is dope, the packaging is dope, if, the customer service is on point, the business is A1, absolutely. I won't mind, nigga. I'll spend $80 on the t-shirt just for that. Like, you know what? I love everything about them. I love the packaging. I love how the material is. I love their customer service. I love how they're on time. I love how they're on point with everything. Everything is A1 and legit, just how I like it. And so therefore, I don't mind spending $80 for a t-shirt. That's a fact. That's a fact. And it doesn't, and if I decide not to buy from your shit, guess what? Your shit trash. And you can't say, oh, well, you the one that's bringing the black people down. No, I'm not. You should do better. You should get better. Because I don't care if you can have a dope product, but if everything else around it sucks, I'm not going to buy from you. I'm not. If your customer service sucks, if your packaging sucks, you got attitude, your shit ain't on time, you respond late as fuck. I'm trying to get things done. I don't give a fuck how dope the product is. I'm not buying it. Simple as that. So again, I agree with Wallow. Shout out to Wallow. You know what I need to do? That's who I need to do an interview with. I need to do an interview with Wallow. That's who you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description as well. So I want to go ahead and pivot over to the last topic of tonight. And it's a hard pivot, you feel me? I want to pivot over to LeBron James. LeBron James. Most people don't like to call him the GOAT, but I'm gonna call him the GOAT just simply because I'm old enough. I'm just old enough to have seen Michael Jordan play with the Bulls. I'm just old enough. Just old enough to see Michael Jordan play with the Bulls. And from the things that I've seen, Michael Jordan was fucking phenomenal. Oh my God. But LeBron James, that boy different. You understand me? Y'all can talk about the flopping. That's neither here nor there, because Michael Jordan was doing the same shit. He was crying too. So I don't care about all that. That's not how I'm basing the GOAT debate. I don't base off of who's flopping and who's not, who's crying to the refs and who's not, because Michael Jordan was doing the same shit. So, But the fact that this man is able to do this in year 22 at the age of 40, I don't know any NBA player who was able to do that. Not one. So let's see what Gil's Arena got to say about this shit, brother. Oh, here we go. Hold up. Hold the motherfucking phone. Oh, I'm tripping. Boy, I swear I be wilding. I swear I be wilding. Don't mind me, y'all. Please don't.
A very, very solid number 2 option. His streak of 25 point per game seasons was snapped.
I don't even think
he's 20 straight seasons averaging over 25 points per game. Snapped this year. He only averaged 24.4. Yeah. Only averaged 24.4 this year.
Games.
Yeah, that's his fault. Along with 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Played 70 games this year. In year 22, at 40 years old, Bron proved he could still be a high-level player. Will likely make an All-NBA team. But I need to ask from you, 2 former players, Gil, you in your 40s as well, Swag. You'll be there soon enough. How absurd is it to see LeBron still playing at this level at 40 years old?
Bro, I stopped playing at that level at 30. So, so this is very impressive. I mean, history says it's impressive.
Yeah. Facts.
The history of basketball says this is actually impressive.
Facts.
Who we seen do it?
Facts.
It's a clone, bro.
Probably just Wilt is probably the only person who Wilt and Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was
Don't compare Wizards Jordan to this
Wizards
LeBron.
Jordan averaged 20. He was all right.
Doesn't matter. This LeBron doesn't even look bad. He looks incredible.
But no, Wizards Jordan didn't look bad either.
He looked very much like bootleg Jordan. Are you kidding? Compared to Michael Jordan?
Compared to before. But
Yeah. LeBron does not look like bootleg LeBron at all. Like he just looks like a little bit different, but he doesn't look slow, unathletic. I honestly think that he's currently still a little better than Luka. I understand that Luka's their number one scoring option and playmaker, but gun to my head, like I would rather have the ball in LeBron's hand, like at the end of a game, present day, which is insane because Luka's 25 and the best player in the NBA, and you still have to think about it. Like you don't have to think about that with Jordan on the Wizards.
All right, Dougie.
It's but if we're comparing them to, but just history themselves.
Who that
the
came
three
up there with that lip piercing, looking like an emo girl? Who that is?
best players at this age is LeBron,
His numbers-
Jordan, and Wilt.
His numbers,
Will stop playing at 36 though. So you know.
When did Tim Duncan stop?
Kareem.
Oh, Kareem. I'm sorry.
Kareem, fool.
No, he was still not that.
Kareem won a championship.
What were LeBron's numbers this year?
24.4, I think, 8 assists, around 8 rebounds.
Karl Malone. What was Karl Malone?
Oh, Carmelo. That's
Karl Malone. Yeah, Karl Malone.
What about Tim Duncan? How old was Tim Duncan when he
stopped?
So Duncan stopped. Hold on, I'm pulling it right now
38,
for you.
39.
But stopped at 39. He only averaged 9 points per game, 9 and 7 his last year.
I hope LeBron goes as long as he can without ever being like a bench player. But like I think he can do this he doesn't.
LeBron gonna be a coach one day, probably.
It's gonna be
I will say this. I would love to see LeBron go. I would love to see LeBron go until he knows that he has to come off the bench. When at that time when he has to come off the bench, I think that's the time he need to retire. It's like, yep, go ahead and retire, bro. Go ahead and retire. Ain't no coming off the bench. Retire. Retire and just become a coach. Retire, become a coach. That's what I would say. I'm pretty 1000% sure that LeBron James is working on the team right now. He's working on owning the team right now. I guarantee it. I'll put my bottom dollar on it. I'll put my bottom dollar on that.
Owner.
That'll be hard.
Man.
It'll be hard.
The only thing I don't want to happen during this is LeBron take too much of a backseat where he gets comfortable. Because that age will creep up on you, you know. I think right now, I don't want him chilling too much.
Yeah.
You know, it's too easy for him being that second or third option. You know, games like yesterday had 12 points or something like that.
It's crazy to hear him be the second or third option.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
I don't want him being comfortable being that third option. That's
He's not
I'm
the third
comfortable
option.
with that.
No,
I'm
because
comfortable.
he's playing like you don't want him playing like slow and
He's 40. I'm comfortable with it.
but he's not playing 40. 40, 40. He's not.
I'm 65. Okay.
This nigga sounds stupid.
But I like the way LeBron's playing right now. Let Luka
great.
do all the heavy lifting, and then when that finals or Western Conference Finals, LeBron will have enough energy to take over.
Exactly. See, now that you got Luka can carry the heavy load. You got Connect, you got Reeves, you got all these cats. Let them carry the load for the moment. Let them do what they do. So therefore that chemistry, because that chemistry is getting better and better and better. When it's playoff time, LeBron James fully recovered. He back in action and he ready to fucking go. Now, mind you, because you adding LeBron back in and he's 100%, now you got Luka, now you got Reeves, you got all of these cats together. They gonna be some serious. They gonna be some serious. Serious, delirious, Nigerian, Lakers and 5.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was watching the Olympics this summer, I was like blown away at how like LeBron is clearly the best player on Team USA.
Right.
And like
Crazy.
totally dominating every key situation. And that was like 6 months ago. So
God bless America.
Yeah.
When we was playing against, I got close up. Like I got to see his mind and how he played 3 straight seasons of playoffs. And that's where you really get to see a player up close because you're, okay, he wants to do this. We're going to cut this off. How is he going to adjust? right? So, you know, as the Wizards, we threw everything at him.
You were like his rival.
Yeah, we doubled him. We're going to make him have 50 assists.
Yeah.
He had that and the 50 points.
Yeah.
All right, let's just make him, they don't help, just make him a scorer. He did that and still found people, right? We really just tried everything against a young LeBron, not even a mature mind LeBron.
Yeah.
And he was moving through, you know, us. So I kind of said, I remember I told like LaRon Prophet, if anybody ever, you know, asked him, I said, man, when that dude is done, the day he leaves, he's going to average probably about 19, 5, and 5.
I don't think
that's how easy it is for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still, the eyeball test, he looks like one of the more athletic players in the NBA at 40.
That's crazy. That's
true.
You watch him at 40, you watch him.
Even though, and that's crazy to say, considering the fact of how athletic LeBron was in his younger years. Buddy's head is right here. Buddy, this is the rim. LeBron is looking in this hole. He in them fucking rim. So you can imagine if his head is right here at the rim, he's 6'9". So his arm is up here. That's like some NBA street type shit. He in this bit. Man, come on, dog.
His whole career.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, but even still, but comparatively to what we're seeing nowadays, it's still up there.
No, see, that's the problem. And that's why if you're not a basketball fan, then you're so amazed at how he looks now because you didn't really look at him then.
Yeah.
Like, he's not athletic. He's just still tall. Right?
No, he was just like the biggest freak of all time back then.
His head was at the rim.
It doesn't matter. No one's
his head is at the net now.
I know.
So you can see he lost a lot.
No, but his
when he caught that one in live the other day.
Yeah. All
that's the only thing.
His
vertical.
No, he was up like this.
His vertical is just not what it used to be.
His speed, and that's what I'm saying.
His end-to-end speed is still crazy.
Because back then, he was that fast, that strong, that it was so unreal. Today, because he's still faster than everybody, he looks like he's moving at this high level speed. Back then, he was running so fast that it wasn't, you blink, he was gone.
I know, but back then.
So that's why I said I watched it where he was coming down and you hit LeBron, you were done. I had to take a Toradol shot because he was running and I tried to stop him, messed my wrist up, couldn't shoot. So I had to take a Toradol shot just so I couldn't feel the pain. That's how fast he was moving, dislocating shoulders.
I understand, but that means he's the fastest, most athletic player of all time.
Bro.
Back in
That's what I'm saying, bro. People don't take into account because a lot of people, they just spectate. They don't understand the magnitude of how great LeBron actually is, dog. And no, I'm not glazing, bro. I'm not glazing at all. So please understand. But what I am saying is this. I have never in my life, in my years, I have never heard anybody. We heard them say Michael Jordan had the aura like God, right? What does that even mean? Why? Because he can score 30 points on you. Cool. How many niggas do we know that can get a bucket right now? That can score 60 easy. We just seen niggas score 60. We seen Kobe score 80. We seen Kobe score 80. 80. Michael Jordan never scored 80 points. I'm just saying, but I get it. The entirety of everything, right? The way that Michael Jordan walked, the swagger, the way that he flew in the air, all of these different things. You mean to tell me that all the shit that he's doing now, all the shit that he was doing back then, not one player is doing today? We seen Zach LaVine do a windmill from the free throw line, bruh. The free throw line. Do y'all know how hard it is to even just jump from the free throw line by itself? This nigga did it with a windmill. LeBron James jumped damn near from the free throw line in the game. Not a dunk contest, in the game. In the game. This nigga 6'9", 200 plus 50 pounds. Fast. Strong. The reason motherfuckers weren't calling fouls because this nigga is big and strong. Same thing that they were doing with Shaq. They weren't calling fouls for Shaq because Shaq was big as a motherfucker. Shaq 7'2", 300 some pounds. Refs like, why the fuck am I calling foul? You the biggest nigga out here. Why do I need to call fouls on you for? Same thing with LeBron James. The nigga's so fast and he's so strong and big. They're like, nah, we don't need to call that. You good. You can handle it. Mind you, Michael Jordan was 6'6", 205. So relatively speaking, he was small compared to a LeBron James who's 6'9", 260 pounds of pure fucking muscle. What are you talking about? So when we talk about this, we got to take everything into context. I'm not taking anything away from Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was that dude in his era. He was that fucking guy. In his era, he was that fucking dude. Nobody was touching him. Did he get cooked a couple of times? Yeah, that's part of the game. You gonna get cooked. No matter how great you are. You gonna get cooked. He got cooked by, I forgot the white dude's name that cooked him, but he didn't got cooked plenty of times. But they don't want to talk about that though. But that's fine though, because he's Michael Jordan. Mind you, the media played into Michael Jordan's hands too. But if Michael Jordan was in today's era, and of course I know we don't like to do what ifs, but I'm just doing that. If the media was as prevalent as it was today back then, I guarantee a lot of people would not be speaking on Michael Jordan the way they speak on him. That's a fact.
His prime, right? Mm-hmm. And then right now, he's not that. He's not the fastest, most athletic player of all time. Yeah. He's still like a top 10 athlete as far as starters in the NBA. Like, sure, there are some athletic guys off the bench who can do crazy shit. I don't think people can run end to end and like actually make a play as fast as him presently.
That's why I be looking at him, be like, yeah, he look old. Because I said all the time, oh shit, come on, old man, when he be coming down, because I remember what that looked like then. So I see the big difference.
Yeah, I see it too.
Right? I can see trust me, it's a big difference. When he jumps now.
Because think about it. And I let the video play out. Because think about it. We've seen LeBron at his peak. And the fact that this 40-year-old LeBron James now is still considered a top 10 player, still averaging 20 plus something points, looking like he's still a young cat. Now, he's gotten to the point where he looked like the average NBA player. Maybe y'all ain't hearing me. He looks like the average NBA player at the age of 40. Most of those cats are in between the ages of 22 and 33. Amongst all of those cats, he is still considered top 10. But he looks average now. He looks like one of the average hoopers. So his low bar is what's considered other people's top 10. So you're talking about guys like Kevin Durant. You're talking about guys like Stephen Curry. You're talking about guys like SGA. You're talking about guys like Devin Booker, Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Kyrie. Guys who couldn't even touch LeBron James at his peak. Couldn't touch him. And he's still a top 10. Yeah. A lot of the Jordan fans, I don't know what they thinking about. I don't know what they smoking on, bro. Security. Come get them.
You can challenge it.
I just seen the windmill the other day.
Don't even think about even jumping up there.
I'm not saying it's not a big difference.
I'm not saying it's not a big difference.
40 years old.
I know, but that's how far he was. That's how far he was in front of everybody. Even when Vince jumped, when he was with the Hawks, you still did this because he jumped so high when he was younger. Even this knuckle dunk feared people.
The knuckle dunk.
Like, some guys, they just, they go from 44 to 40 when the average is 40. Like Vince outjumped Wiggins in summer.
I just think there's nothing about, for example, like Jason Tatum that like jumps out to me as like that much more athletic than LeBron right now.
He's not.
Dave,
which is crazy.
I would just
like
caution you to.
Jason Tatum ain't even that athletic. He just long as fuck. He's not even that athletic. He's still not as athletic as LeBron James, dog. And Jason Tatum ain't even hit 30 yet. He just long as shit. He just long and got some size to him now. That's it. He's slow as dirt. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure in real life, the nigga, he kind of fast to be his size. But y'all get what I'm saying.
No, he's not.
We have some issues with Boston Celtics fans over Tatum comments.
No, he's just.
You are free to say whatever you want.
That's like a 26-year-old, like prime athlete, 6'10" guy who's like a superstar winning championships, and physically he's the same as 40-year-old LeBron. That's crazy.
No. They're not physical the same. That's just.
LeBron is better physically?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's not.
Who has a higher vert, you think?
Right now, I say Jason Tatum.
But the fact that you have to think about it is crazy.
By a lot?
Yeah.
By a lot. Gil was doing some research.
Well, because he's younger and all that.
I'm just young Tatum, but LeBron prides himself on taking care of his body. That brings us to our next topic. So during the NBA TV pregame show before the Lakers-Rockets game on Friday, showed a video of LeBron doing his pregame workout routine. LeBron was shirtless while doing it, which Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas was not a fan of. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
You gotta watch this.
I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. We ain't, you know, at the YMCA.
Listen, I think coaches got to go back to suits.
Absolutely.
I just mean.
Absolutely. You know, I just think.
All right, old school. Sit the fuck down somewhere. Sit down, old school.
Jam Pro.
I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much. And I look, I like LeBron. I'm a fan of his, so forth and so on. But to walk out on the floor before a game with no shirt on and shoot, I mean, come on, man. Where we at? What we doing? Where we at?
So Zeke went on to say that Adam Silver should fine LeBron for the shirtless workout. So after the Lakers beat the Rockets to lock up the 3 seed, Bron appeared to subtly acknowledge Isaiah's comments with the following tweet. So he posted,
we say, man, I was going to say something, but it's useless at this point in my career. Anyways, more important, congratulations, JJ, on 50-win season in West and postseason. Not. Oh.
Man, I was going to say.
Oh, shit. I'm up here trying to read all the way through. Lord Jesus. Sometimes, but somebody come get them. Got to be more careful. Man, I was going to say something, but it's useless at this point in my career. Anyways, more important, congratulations, JJ, on a 50-win season in the West and postseason nod. That's fire. High five or praise, whatever that is. Lurk mode, what it is though, Queen Drake.
Something, but it's useless at this point in my career. Anyways, more important, congratulations, JJ, on a 50-win season in the West and postseason nod. That's fire.
You know what I mean?
Henry.
Old motherfuckers.
And he gave him a salute.
Old motherfucker out there with his shirt off, looking good. You see? They wish they could look like that.
Let it be known. So for context, this video was shot hours before the game. LeBron has been known to go shirtless during these game day workouts in the past. But is Isaiah Thomas spitting or tripping saying LeBron's shirtless pregame warm-up was unprofessional?
Do y'all agree with Isaiah Thomas on that? But should LeBron James have put on his shirt during pregame? Or do y'all think just like let the man do what he do, man? The man 40 years old. He still is the league at this point. I'm just saying, and that's at this point, y'all just reaching for shit. Y'all just reaching for content. That's what y'all doing. Y'all finding a reason to get mad or finding something to talk about.
I don't get that, man.
Tripping.
This was hours before the game. That video,
that's the problem. That's the problem with the old heads, right? You know, back in their day, you know, they showing up
right
the earliest 6 o'clock to a 7:30 game, right? So, yeah, when you came to the arena, it's you and your teammates You know, so and then there's staff members in there.
Yeah, ain't nobody. That's what I'm saying. There is nobody in there. If y'all going to look back at it, ain't nobody in the fucking stands. Like, what are we doing? What are we tripping on?
When LeBron or Kobe came to arena, it's just them.
Right.
Right. So this is no different than practice for them. Right. You're coming out there. There's no one actually in the gym but you.
Right.
Right. Maybe at some point during that workout when LeBron's supposed to be out here at 2:30, maybe the camera crew, but usually the camera crew's not even there.
Right, setting up.
Right? The cheerleaders would be the first group, and they're before the camera crew. Right? Like you have to beg, like that means they have to beg the people to put the rims up. Because usually the rims are down, probably because the hockey team was in there. They just finished putting the floors in. It's shit like that. So that means the camera crew should be fined for even trying to capture this footage. That's who captured this footage. It's the camera crew pushing the on button because LeBron James is there.
Yep.
I mean, he was really kind of at the height of professionalism going there so early and like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you ever go to the gym at 2:00? No, the answer is no.
And it's crazy because after the game, y'all be in the locker room with y'all shirts off and the media be interviewing y'all. So what's the difference?
Media be all in there, niggas in they towels, they shit hanging out, shirts off, fresh out the shower or going to the shower, y'all all in their face. So tell me about the game and tell me what was it like scoring 30 points in 12. Well, man, what I'm saying? I was just out here just trying to do what's right for the team, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the team needed me to do, I wanted to make sure I do what I need to do for the team because, you know what I'm saying? It's about the team. We all focus on one thing. We're trying to get to a championship. So that's why, I just had to do what I had to do. Yeah, so you had the situation go out there. You was out there with your shirt off. Anything you want to say about that? Nah, man, I was just out there doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure I prepare for the game, make sure I do what I need to do as an athlete, as a professional, to come out there and play my game the best way that I know how to play my game. You know what I'm saying? I worked on this day in and day out, you know what I'm saying, to come out here and do what I needed to do. Well, thank you so much, LeBron James. That's it for this show. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's the stuff the fans see. The fans see us with our shirts off doing interviews.
Yep.
There's not one fan that can say they see LeBron James working out.
Me watching.
Crazy.
In the locker room post.
Like, was it last year during the playoffs?
Right, because how many fucking videos do we see with this nigga LeBron James reading the first page of a fucking book? The first page of a book, but he ain't never in mid book or at the end of the book. He always at the first page. And look, when he be doing it too, hold on, let me grab my book. Let me grab my book real quick. He be out here like this. He be out there in the locker room, shirt off and everything. Cause he be putting the ice pack on his knees and shit. Buddy be at the table of content. He be at that bitch. So LeBron James. So tell me about the 30 points to it. So so I just want to make sure I do what I need to do for the team. The team need me whenever I need to be there. If it's passing, if it's shooting, I do what I need to do. And because I always make sure I prepare myself the way I need to prepare myself. I want to get my mental straight. I want to make sure I read the first page of the table of contents. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure I get my head together. Whatever it is that the team need me to do, I'll do. Be on the first page. Be on the table of contents like a motherfucker. Oh shit.
It was last year during the playoffs when they were catching LeBron James coming to the arena at 1:30. Because they start hearing about it, like, he does what? So then the camera crews start showing up that early to get him walking in the arena.
Yeah, he shouldn't get fined for that, though. That's like telling a man not to be a man.
Something about Isaiah Thomas that seems to rub people the wrong way.
They used to wear them damn nut huggers. They should be fine too. Fucking showing the cuff of their ass while playing. What type of shit is that?
I can say this is that.
Those were the times, Swaggy.
If the gym opened up and the fans was in there.
If it was the layup line.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, the layup line, yeah.
But you're talking about this is actually his own time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is his own time. That means he had to take a cab there or drove there before anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Why waste the laundry?
It's weird. It just,
Why even say something about that?
So you guys are not supporting?
No. Find a cameraman for
Damn, Gil, you ain't
They
tight.
did that.
With the outfits they used to wear back in the day.
They were trendy and stylish in those times. Right?
They had the
I think his main point is that he probably feels deep down there's like a lack of care, and that lack of care is impacting people's perception on the game.
I can see that.
Which is fine, but like you pointed out, if we got somebody,
I don't think LeBron's the guy to go after. Like, I
but
think he's
hours
the
before the
opposite.
game, putting the work in, literally perfecting my craft. Being at the gym way earlier than everybody else. Does that kind of balance out the?
Yeah, but he don't know that. He's just watching the video. He didn't even think about processing what he's seen.
But you can't see. He's thinking part of the bigger picture. And
The bigger picture is the bigger picture is
that broke the camel's back.
the bigger picture. I'm here at 1:30. I'm here at 1:30.
I mean,
I'm here before every coach. I'm here before the general manager. While everyone's eating lunch, I'm here.
But
that's like at a job. Like, if you're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock and you're there at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm telling you about what you wore.
But
how dare I? Like literally, you want to come in sweats and flip flops, and I'm sitting here put a dress code on you, and you're not even on
the clock.
On the clock.
Right.
He probably, it's unfair, and I think it's totally wrong. I'm totally on LeBron's side, but he probably, deep down right now is dissatisfied with the current state of like how much players can.
Little Dicky dress just like one of those white boys in colleges. Y'all seen his socks? Them hoes trash.
Care and like how it goes as far as like them moving around and like all types of things. And he looks at the current state of the NBA as LeBron's NBA, and he probably thinks that like LeBron is somewhat responsible for everyone having their own personal brand and personal things, which I think is good for LeBron. He's like cracked the code as far as like not ever being owned by like all these people, and he's doing exactly what he wants, and he's being the best player of all time along the way, never doing anything like wrong ever, and just being the best man to everyone that he ever meets. I think LeBron is the wrong guy to go after.
Well, no, it's the easiest because it's like you blame him for everything that has nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they flopped. LeBron did it.
Well, he's been getting that his whole career. LeBron gets
anything that happens, you blame LeBron. But I can say, who did y'all follow back in the 90s for drinking and gambling? Because all y'all were drinkers and heavy gamblers. Who are y'all following in? But y'all not going to give that responsibility to that person. Just being honest.
Well, I follow.
I mean, the yellow-eyed demons. That's what we call them, right? The yellow-eyed demons. Kidneys done.
A lot of people follow them, though.
Everybody followed. Everybody wanted to be a gambler. Everybody wanted to party and drink. And
There's no social media,
right? So who was the responsibility for that, though? Nobody, huh? Everybody was their own man at that time, golfing and smoking cigars. Y'all all 90s golf because of one man.
Yeah.
Y'all all got golf memberships to this day because of only one man.
I'm gonna guess it wasn't Tiger Woods.
Yeah, they was golfing before the game. Like we're gonna do. He golfing. Let's go golf.
Yeah.
Before the game. But yeah, y'all don't give.
What about the people that follow Magic Johnson? Back in the day, like
they winners. They winners.
So
everybody didn't just follow Jordan. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, everyone followed Jordan.
So we asked the chat if Isaiah Thomas is spitting or tripping with his comments about LeBron shirtless workout being.
Damn, they got him in his head then, bro. Man, shout out to Gil's Arena for the dope content. But no, I agree, bro. I think they're doing a little too much. Isaiah and them Thomas, they just talking because they just old heads and they're just making something out of nothing. How long? I'm pretty sure LeBron James been doing this for years now. All of a sudden, it becomes an issue now. Stop. Leave it be, man. This man, 40 years old. I'm pretty sure he might got one more year in him, maybe two, depending on how this year go. Just chill, bro. Leave that shit alone. Let that shit be, because ain't nobody nobody's in the arena with him. He's out there training, working on his craft, and continue to just keep making sure he's staying in shape. Y'all doing too much, bro. Y'all doing way too much. So y'all can miss me with that shit. But hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, Link is in the description as well. Yo, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. Make sure you are here on Sunday, man. We got some more hot topics coming in with y'all, man. And so thank you all for your first time being here. I appreciate that. That's dope. But I hope to see y'all more and more and more. Make sure you share this with the people who like my type of content. I want to see more of y'all in here. And until next time, my good people, I'll holler.